What's going on, y'all? Chris Bone here for Meat Off the Bone. I was at the store the other day, actually it was like 2 days ago, and I found some steak that was really, it wasn't gonna say expiring, but it was like a day before it expired, so they marked down the price like ridiculously. So I went ahead and got it, but it was such a big steak that I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. So I was thinking about it over the weekend. So I decided I'm going to do one video, two different meals. The first one I'm going to do a seared steak salad, and then the next one I'm just going to do a regular steak and eggs. Everyone's had one of the two. Either you have a steak salad or you eat steak and eggs. Me, I'm a steak and egg person, but you know, some of the people here at work like the steak salad. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering why I'm dressed up like an Eskimo. Is because, well, apparently the batteries went down over the weekend in the heating element, like my heater here in the kitchen, and it hasn't come back on. So we have to change the. I guess I have my friend here changing the batteries out, and hopefully that will reboot the system and we get some heat up in here. Right now it's 49 degrees in this kitchen, and it's kind of unbearable. That's why I'm doing a lot of walking around, and I'm talking quite loudly because I'm trying to keep myself warm. The entire building is not cold. It's always cold, but it's not this cold. But I'm the king of the kitchen. I gotta stay inside my realm. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the salad. I'm gonna show you guys how to what to do, like, you know, how to cut the ingredients, like the vegetables. I went ahead and got just regular salad mix from I think Walmart or something. So I mean, I'm not gonna go and grab a head of lettuce just to cut the lettuce. I mean, everyone knows how to cut lettuce. I will not do videos on how to cut lettuce. I just have to draw the line somewhere, y'all. Anyway, let's get started. Got my gloves, got my bowl. See, the temperature is like 49 degrees. It's kind of cold. All right, let's put some gloves on. Actually, before we do anything, I'm gonna show you. No matter what type of cut of meat you get, if it's a steak or pork or even some fish, your best bet with at least beef, I usually let the beef sit out until it hits about maybe 20 degrees under the room temperature mark. That means the meat is not as firm, and it won't give out that whenever you fry it or whenever you pan sear it, won't give out that gray line. There's nothing wrong with it. It just looks, when you cut into it, you see that gray line. It should be like, you know, dark red to deep red, but you got that gray line of where the when it's cold, it gives out that gray line. I don't really know why it does that, but it does. So I just don't do it. Anyway, this has been sitting out for about maybe 20 minutes. Not a long time. But you can see what I'm doing is I don't have a meat tenderizing hammer with me. I do at my old other house, and I just forgot to bring it with me today. Just tenderize the meat. All steaks. You should always tenderize your meat. You can do a little bit, you can do a lot. All you're really doing is you're breaking the muscle tissue up a little bit, so it takes in juices that, well, it's going to lose juices, but it also takes in flavoring. It expands, it becomes tender. It becomes I'm not going to say fork cutting tender, but it's a whole lot easier to chew instead of eating a really dense, hard piece of meat. When you break the muscle tissue up a little bit, it expands, and when it cooks, and it becomes so much easier to chew. It's almost like chewing bread instead of shoe leather. Anyway, but should do this with like all beef. I mean, you can do pork, you can do some fish. Not a lot of fish, mind you, not a lot. Maybe a couple pieces of tuna, but you don't want to do them hard. But all beef, you should always beat the crap out of it. Almost lost my camera. All right, when that is done, what I'm going to do is open it up. And yes, I would wear my gloves when I deal with the everything else, since I'm working with raw meat. I would put adobo, salt, pepper, and garlic. That's really all that I'll be using on this. Almost like a little dry rub. Stick it on, stick it on. Some salt. Not a lot. Adobo has a lot of salt in it, but you know, I like to salt my meat a little bit more than most. Turn it over. Grab my garlic. I put a lot on, just enough. There. Right. Now I just need the pepper. There we go. I like pepper, as you can see. I pat that in. I pat the seasoning in because the steak becomes a little bit, teeny bit sticky, and it's I have knife here, and it sticks. Serrated knife, really bad knife to use on a steak. What I'm doing is I'm just cutting some of this fat off. It's almost akin to almost like a ribeye steak right here. So what I do is I just take the fat and just mince it up a little bit. So this way, this is what I'm going to put in my pan first. The oven is on, a little bit hot. Let's put a little bit of butter in. You can see that butter starting to melt already. And what I do is just drop in your fat. What the fat will do, it's almost gonna melt like butter. It's gonna put out its juices. So I'll be frying the steak in its juices as well. I just put the butter in just to get the pan kind of ready, and I'm just gonna let that sit. Put on medium. And we're gonna go and start on the salad. Wash my hands real quick. You could probably hear the guys right next door. I mean, they're just trying to fix the heating right now. Which, if you can hear them, I'm sorry, but you know, can't be helped. All right. This gets set aside. Now it's time for this. Put this down here. want, but it's a regular old cucumber. I did wash my hands, but whenever I'm doing vegetables, I like to put my gloves on. I don't know what it is. I can use I can play with raw meat with my hands. This is with vegetables. I like to use gloves. That's just me, I guess. It's a good habit to be in, wearing gloves. All right, that looks wonderful. I was thinking of doing a Cobb salad, but I know Kim is not a big fan of corn, so, but I know she likes bacon, and I have this really crispy bacon right here. I mean, you can watch how crispy this is. I'm just doing it with my hands. Look at that. Change my gloves. Make this look pretty. Somehow. And I'll save this one for later. I have a rogue onion I found. And of course some cheese. I don't know if you can hear the fat burning in the back. It's not really burnt. Well, it's actually, yes, there is. That's exactly what it's doing, burning. But but it's also melting. I'm not eating that fat. I'm just using it as a lubricant. For the steak. Where's the man? All right. Now you can see there's some smoke coming up. That's fine. All I want is lubrication. These things, these are dead. These are just little fat pieces. They're gone. What I'm going to do first is cut this in half. Yes. I just used this for vegetables. Now it's going to be used for steak. There we go. can't sharpen his knife. But yeah, be about what's going to go on the steak, on the salad. All that smoke you see right there, I'm searing it. See? I want to get the outside and not really burnt, but cooked, firmly cooked, so the juices will want to stay in the meat. The meat right now, the temperature right now is about medium high. And as you saw, I already lubricated the pan with the fat of its own juices. So this, I'm gonna let this sit for about 1 to 2 minutes, depending on each side, and I'm gonna keep on flipping, until it gets to about maybe the medium. And I'll take it off, let it rest, and then I'll slice it, put it on a steak and hand it to Kim. And then the next one is gonna be the eggs. There'll be a steak and then the eggs. We'll go from there. You can see right inside how it's cooking like that. That's looking great. How so tender that cut of meat is now that I kind of banged on it with my fist. It's not, you know, rock hard like a lot of meats are after you buy them from a store. Looking wonderful, actually. All right. Well, I just called Kim, and she says she wants her meat medium rare, which that's about where this is right now. Move this out the way. And what I do, I just flip it clean. Chef's knife. Oh yeah. A little bit on the rare side. But I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit for about 1 to 2 minutes. Let the residual heat continue to cook the steak itself and then slice it. I really should have waited because it can bleed out, but it's going on a salad. I'm not really that worried about it. All right, while I wait for that, let's put this on the heat. Same process as before, and it's going to be medium rare to rare, just like this. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna let that rest for about 2 or 3 minutes before I cut into it and then place it on the salad. While that happens, I'm gonna go ahead and wash this pan because I'm gonna get it ready for the put some onions on here. Alright. Now, it's time to cut the steak open. It came out a little bit more medium than medium rare, but that can't be helped. I'm not worried. It's kind of a spur of the moment thing anyway. A little bit of salt. There you have it. Really quick and easy lunch steak salad. Very good. Saute some onions. Two tomatoes I had left over. Just gonna sear those on each side. now for the easy one, the egg. Or should I say eggs, two of them. Turn the fire off. Well, that one's experience. But cheese. There you have it. 2 lunches. Same star, but very different meals. Some seared tomatoes, some seared onions, melted cheese over some over easy eggs, and of course our star. Looks wonderful. Well, I hope you enjoyed our kind of spur of the moment lunch in a freezer here today. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. I'd like to hear what you any requests that you all would like to have. Just keep them coming. I love getting our requests. I like replying to you as well. If there's anything you want me to do, let me know. Thanks a lot for watching. My name's Chris Bone. I will see you all next time when you're here on a Meat Off the Bone. Thanks a lot for watching.